And
I love this.
I had every minute packed, and I thought that was the only way you could do things.
And that was Bill Gates, arguably one of the most successful people who finds his time to be of tremendous value. And he just questioned how he originally accounted for his time. One might wonder why he said so. So let's hold on to that thought and dive right into today's main idea: time management. Time management is the process of planning and exercising conscious control of time spent on specific activities, especially to increase effectiveness, efficiency, and productivity, says Stella Cautel. Wikipedia states the following as the major themes of time management: creating an environment conducive to effectiveness, setting of priorities, carrying out activities around prioritization, the related process of reduction of time spent on non-priorities, incentives to modify behavior to ensure compliance with time-related deadlines. You will see that most apps, techniques, and tools for time management look forward to achieve this: efficiency, effectiveness, and productivity. And yet, Charlotte Bordeby, an entrepreneur in the Hertfordshire, UK, who has tried all sorts of apps, books, and techniques, still feels like time is melting between her hands. She says, and I quote, "I never seem to be organized enough to set myself tasks and actually complete them," she despairs. It can also be said that despite accounting for all the time we seem to have, it doesn't seem like effectiveness, productivity, and efficiency was truly achieved. And according to Christine Carter, a senior fellow at the UC Berkeley's Greater Good Science Center, the primary reason why these tools do not work for many is because most of them solely rely on willpower to succeed. And willpower comes in when you lack inherent motivation or the need to get something done. She says, and I quote, "You are not really motivated by willpower as much as by your emotion." It is evident that searching for a technique that achieves stress-free productivity leaves many people disappointed, frustrated, anxious, and guilty. Evidence suggests that these tools and techniques seem to be working for a very specific combination of personalities and environmental settings. Not everybody is able to adopt these successfully. Brad Ian and Herman Agonis write in a research paper, and I quote, "The link between time management and well-being exhibits much variability. You are going to die, and this is a crucial fact for time management that is very often neglected," says Ian.
The real question is money the real value of time? The Roman philosopher Seneca said that if we think of time as money, we're actually valuing our time very cheaply. We value our time very cheaply because we think we have a lot of it, because we think we're going to live forever. But we're not going to live forever. We're going to die. And the moment you realize, and I mean fully realize, that you're going to die, $160 an hour won't mean much. Time is not money anymore.
Time management fails to take into account these emotional, mental, and energetic factors that make us human. Time management may be a great system for a machine, but not for the rest of us who are emotionally driven human beings, says Mayor Ocean. We agree. Our emotions, energy, and surroundings need to be weighed in. We are not robots that can perform efficiently and perfectly for 24 hours. Time management systems seem to reduce happiness, create anxiety, promote a ridiculously high standard of efficiency and perfection that is simply unrealistic for any human being. This explains why Bill Gates questions time management.
By April.
File tax
So
return.
that taught you what? Not to crowd yourself too much and give yourself time to read and think and...
Right, that you control your time, and that sitting and thinking may be a much higher priority than a normal CEO who, there's all this demand and you feel like you need to go and see all these people. It's not a proxy of your seriousness that you filled every minute in your schedule.
So where does this take us? The fact that time is precious does not change. That means we need to stop filling out time with many things to do. It is undesirable to be busy. The busyness leads to unproductiveness. You end up doing many things in a mediocre way. Instead, it might make sense to focus your time and energy on a very few things, says Darius Foro from Medium.com. He also says, and I quote, "Elimination is a key strategy for every productive person. You shouldn't only eliminate non-essential tasks, but everything that distracts you. The distraction here is from your true life goals. We need to set clear goals in our life while acknowledging our mortality. We can begin with aiming for universal concepts like self-improvement, joyfulness, and having good relationships as our goals. We must strive to become the best version of ourselves. But we must not just stare at our goals. Instead, our complete attention must be towards the process of attaining them. Enjoying the process, taking pride in it, will not only lead to better results, but it will give you tremendous fulfillment." And the same analogy can be derived from the Eastern philosophy. Here's what Sharon Gannon from Jeev Mukti Yoga has to say. The practice of Shavasana, the seat of the corpse, is very useful in this work. It helps us, not quite to overcome, but at least to begin to understand this struggle more deeply, because it brings us to an awareness of the impermanence of life, the nearness of death. It is actually a practice of dying. We lay down and tell ourselves, "This is it. I can't do anything else." And as yogis, we practice that every day. Through that practice, we prepare ourselves for death, not in the way that we have been conditioned by our culture, to operate by getting as much done as quickly as possible, frantically, against all odds, but by actually participating in the doing of everything we do. This means that we must carry out our tasks, duties, and responsibilities with complete focus on the process, without expectation of any results. So where do we go from here? Time management, as we know, might rather be a short-sighted way of leading a life. Most studies suggest that time management rarely works, and when it does, it might attain efficiency and productivity, but it fails to address a very important aspect that makes us human, our emotions. And that seems like the missing link between classic time management and the sense of fulfillment and gratification. We fail to see the point of achieving something if it does not feel like an achievement. So what works then? As we've seen above, we need to acknowledge having limited time to live. Time management seems to have a limited scope for dealing with life activities. In a broader perspective, life management is the lens that might work best for us. Eliminating tasks, trying to do as less as possible, setting goals for self-exploration than material attainment, finding a purpose, enjoying your work, focusing on the process than the outcome, to make time just for yourself, acknowledging our mortality and limited nature of time. These are the building blocks of life management that will bring life fulfillment and truly get things done. Tony Robbins has rightly said this: manage your life, not a list. And here, a list means a to-do list, a classic time management tool. Hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Let us know what you guys think about time management in the comment section below. If you like our content, you can support this channel in many different ways. By sharing this video among your peers, subscribing to our channel, interacting with us in the comment section, and following us on Instagram and Twitter at @Rewoked. Cheers guys, see you soon.
And people are going to want your time. And it's the only thing you can't buy. I mean, I can buy anything I want, basically, but I can't buy time.
And so to have time is the most precious thing you can have.
I better be careful with it.
Yeah.
There's no way I will be able to buy more time.